Yeah, I'm sorry about that little interruption, but I had a package come in that I needed to inspect, so I had to pay more attention to it than just do it online. So we're finishing up the flap here, and this is the last piece of soap. Well, I always say this is the last, but there always seems to be one more piece. I've got to get some tissue on the gear doors, but that won't take long. And then we can go. Well, I'll show you. Mix up some more paint, some more dope, and I've already given her a quick once over sanding. Get up there. Giving her a quick once over sanding, so I want to make sure that was glued back on there. There we go. Okay. So we had Frank from Frank's Model Aviation Workshop on earlier. Nice guy. Don't fly RC, but building is building. So this is the last big piece of silk span to go on. And then we'll get a weight on this thing and see where we're at, see what it's going to weigh. God, I hope it's not going to be a turd. But who knows? Well, we're up to 2 watchers now. I had 18 when I left the first time. We'll see what happens. Now, I mean, there's nothing really to watch on TV. And Steve Smith, if you're watching me, those brass eyelets, I don't believe are the right size. And I'll look for them again. I mean, the hinge eyelets, there's 3 sizes to buy. You got to buy 16th OD, 1/8 inch long, and whatever the center wire is what it is. It probably works out to about 40 thousandths. And then you got to buy 3/32, which is 1/8 inch OD, and 3/32 ID, 1/8 inch long. Then you got to buy 1/8 inch, which is, I think, 5/64 OD and 1/8 inch ID. Yeah, last piece coming up here. Get all this on here. We'll get a weight on this thing, see what it weighs. Of course, tonight's the hangout night. I'll probably see Gordy on there, and he builds more profiles than I do. I don't know what he thinks. I mean, like I said, this is the second profile I've built in 40 years. I just don't do them. I just don't do them. Just split it with the Windex. Position it, get all the wrinkles out. Split it. Come on, guys, you can say something. Let me know who's here. Alrighty. I guess the most important you can, hey Steve, the most important thing you can learn about my silk span technique is I don't use any dope until all the wrinkles are out of it. And that way you can move it. We're coming to the end of this this pile, this dope here. It's got like a ½ inch in the bottom. I'm gonna have to mix up some more for the subsequent coats. We only got 2 more coats to do on this, so. But whatever it is, I can always reuse it, you know. Don't have to use it all just because I make a quart doesn't mean you got to use a quart. So that's what we're going to do. While this is drying, we're going to mix up some dope. Show you how easy it is. This is all easy stuff, guys. All easy. So this is drying. Clean out this brush. I don't think I'm going to use this container. I wonder if the real Steve Smith went out and flew that red airplane with his cousin today. They were talking about it. It's way too cold for me. My flying days are over till next year. Okay, let's get some stuff to do this. So I have a jar here. It's clean except there's some. This was the inner coat clear that I was going to use. It's got a little bit of pearl in the bottom, and we're going to get that out. I don't want no pearl in my clear. Because this will be my top coat too. Thank you, Tim. Got airplanes for sale, Tim. Sell you my Continental replacement. Same airplane, just newer. No, no trade-in. You probably worn that one out. I need to get rid of airplanes. I don't need to. One more towel, I think. One more. Yeah, one more. Yeah, we got it. That airplane's pretty old now, that one you're flying, if you're still flying it. That airplane is, let me see, how many, 18 years old? Let's see, 06 to 24. Where did it go? Let's see. 2024 minus 2006. 18 years, yeah. That airplane's 18 years old. Probably still flies good. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of this. We're gonna mix it. fresh batch. We'll put the inner coat on there. That's all right. Not supposed to use screwdriver to open paint cans, but I do it all the time. Okay, I don't have any humidity, so I'm not going to add any retarder unless it flushes, but I don't think it will. Unless I'm out of thinner, of course. I'll borrow some of Steve's thinner and replace it. I don't want to use up his stuff. So this has got a cord out of it. That's two airplanes. That's one airplane. Okay. Now you guys see how much I put in there. There we go. Yeah. I'm going to have to make another run to Wix because that's enough. I got enough thinner to do this airplane, and that's it. Okay. So we're going to use some of this for the base. I'm not going to add any tint to it because I'm going to use the rest of it for the top coat. So this is all the paints that can go on the airplane. There's this. We should be all right. Of course, there again, it might get a pint more. I should have mixed it right the first time, so I got a real guess on what's going on. But I want to see what it weighs anyway. I think we started out at 26. Oh, I gotta still do them gear doors. This would be a job. Yeah. So everything's got to have a minimum of 3, but we're going to do 4 coats on this airplane before we start putting the color on it, because it seemed that I had way better luck with 4 coats than I did with 3. Of course, I've got to get the striping brush out, and we got to stripe all them ribs too. 6 coats. Now this morning I sanded this thing just lightly, you know, because there's no dope on it. We'll put another coat on it right now. And that'd be 3, and sand it again and put the 4th coat on it. We should be painting by Monday. I mean, if all goes good. I still got fiberglass to do and superfill fillets. I could move a lot faster if I wasn't screaming, but as I've stated before, there's no rush on this airplane because I ain't gonna be flying. Not only that, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, where I'm gonna put it. Got no idea where I'm gonna put it, so we're gonna use this paper here for these gear doors. Let's see, it's 3. I'll probably call them about 5. Okay. Now just dope this down. Well, I think this is all the silk span that goes on this thing. I think. Okay. So let's give a coat to the whole thing. And we've only been on half an hour. We'll give a coat to the whole thing. We'll mix up some super fit. Well, no, I got to do some fiberglass work yet. Fiberglass first. I guess we won't hit the finish until tomorrow. I've done a nice job inside the motor mount area here where let me see, where I've contoured it. And you may think, well, what difference does that make? Well, it really strengthens things up. It's. So, and not only that, it seals it up from fuel going down in there because whatever. I mean, you got to think about this. If it's gonna last like Tim's airplane, 18 years, it better have some fuel proofing on it. Yeah, it looks like this may be the last coat. Looks like a paper filled. I'm gonna have to do them ribs though. Needs to be done before spray. Okay, that's the third coat on that wing. Looks like it's going to be pretty good. It looks pretty good. 31, come up on an hour, and I'll take another break. So before I put the fourth and final coat on, what's going to happen? Here is I'm going to take the striping brush and I'm going to stripe these ribs 6 coats, just the ribs. Then I'm going to let it dry, and then I'm going to sand the whole airplane again. Then one more coat of clear, and then we can get ready for the base white. I don't know how much you guys want to know what I'm doing. A lot of this stuff is so repetitious. I've done it so many times on this channel. How many times can you watch a guy paint a wing or sand a flap? It'll be the nicest profile out there, I bet. Hey, Gary. There won't be another profile like this, or at least I've never seen one like this with a Nats finish on it. John's profile is finished pretty nice, but it's not a front row finish, It's probably 14 points. But we got to have a 17 pointer. 17 or 18. Any black powder enthusiasts out there? I need some number 10 caps. Can't find them. Yeah. I need some number 10 caps. So keep your eyes peeled. Yeah, I looked for them. Found one place. It was $69 a thousand, which was okay. But you got to order $150 worth, so you got to have order 310s. I don't want 310s. I don't need that much. Number 11s will work if you pinch them, but it's hard to. You don't want to chain fire. You don't want to trust them. Yeah. If I can't get caps, I'm going to have to use the 45 caliber cowboy loads in a inner replacement cylinder. Okay, let's see what we got here. It straightened back up. That's good. This here is an inboard flap. Yep. We're going to get a weight on this here in a second. We'll see where we're at as far as weight goes. As soon as I get this sanded out, we'll put it on, put it all back together and put it on the scale. See how much finish we got on it so far. So this is one coat on this. It needs at least two more before I got to bring this up to what the wing is. Wing has turned out pretty nice. Probably better than my other two that I just did. You know, you get practiced up on this after. How can I say it? When you only cover one airplane a year, you're not as proficient, and the results aren't as good as if you put 6 airplanes a year out. It's not fresh in your mind. So this covering job turned out, I mean, perfect. It's perfect. Tight everywhere. Of course, then I poked a hole in it like an idiot. And we got that fixed. I guess it's to be expected. Every beam wing airplane I've ever built, I end up poking a hole in it before it's finished. Got to repair at least some part of it. So these have been sanded, I think. Yeah. You know, I was asked it early on, how come I'm not tinting it? Is this not white? I mean, it's not opaque, but it's white. It won't take much paint to paint it white, or red, or yellow, or whatever color I decide. Maybe a half pint of paint. That's it. So we got 41 minutes in. Tonight is Charles's night, guys. Don't forget that. How bad is this country going to get in the next year? I wonder. Probably pretty damn bad. I was hoping it'd go away. I'd wake up and it'd be over with. So far, nope. This ain't ready. This ain't ready to sand. It's still wet. So turn it over, and we'll dope the bottom of the wings. Tell you what, let's cut these holes open. Well, anybody got a guess on the weight? How much finish is on it already? Come on, get down there. Should have bought it while I was in Shiloh Springs. Yeah, close enough. Yeah, we'll get this wing done, and that'll be the end of that. And we'll take another break. We'll be back 7 o'clock. Just too hard to listen to silence. Maybe I'll go over to the auto parts store and buy some metallic blue or something. Pigment. Because I didn't want to spend any money on this thing. There we go. Yep, sounding good. Come on now, don't give me any trouble. No trouble. Yeah, I've been thinking about it, but I don't know what it's going to be yet. I did say I think I want to have a sunburst on the bottom of the thing, though. Looks pretty cool when you come over the, pull up into a wing over and bang, you got a sunburst. But this ain't going to be no world beater. It's just going to be just a pukey profile. anybody ever hear what happened to Dan Rutherford? I haven't heard from him in years. He used to be on the forum. Now he just kind of fell off the planet. He was an ornery guy. Okay, this is 3 on the wings, both sides. So it's 1 more sand out and 1 more coat. And doctor things up and we'll be ready to paint. And actually, this airplane turned out real nice. All right, I gotta let that dry. We're 7 minutes out from an hour. What year did you start with the weight box? We are putting it on the rib in 61. I would say, I guess I didn't follow suit too long. I think about 68 or 69, I still was adding weight in the tip with no adjustable weight box. About 1970, I think, was my first year of adjustable weight box. And how I used to do that was I would take a aluminum tube and drill a hole in the leading edge of the wing and put an aluminum tube in it. About 1970, I think, or 71, somewhere in there. Because in 68 and 69, I still remember taking those green or yellow testers tubes and rolling them real tight and gluing them into the outboard wingtip. And adjustable lead outs for me didn't come on until later than that. It didn't come on. I didn't start using adjustable lead outs till probably 79. 10 years. It was just, no, I guess it was about, see, 74 when I was in the Navy. No, I was using adjustable lead outs in mid 70s because I had an airplane in my barracks. If I remember, it was a Cougar, had adjustable lead outs on it. I just recently switched to the Bob Hunt method, which is on this airplane of lead out adjustments. I really like this, the eyelets in the end in the basswood block. And I didn't switch. I switched to these removable wing gear about 98, 97 or 98. Otherwise, I was J-bolting them in, making a plywood floor and bolting them in, and then I saw Hunt do this, and I go, wow, I gotta have that. I gotta do that. That's a good way to do things. So you got to give credit where credit's due. Hunt's been pretty innovative. Well, I wish the airplane was this light. It's good I have the rest of the parts on it. Sure feels good though. This has more inertia in it than my built-up Viper. So I think the next thing on the agenda is to fiberglass this nose. And we'll get that drying up. Because I got to glass the nose before I add the fillets, because I am going to do one side, my fillet in the wing area. This side I can't because the tank's in the way, but it gives you something to hold on to. Really makes the nose stiff and gives you something to hold on to. All right, guys, it's been an hour of fun. I try to keep these things to an hour so that you don't have to sift through 4 hours of stuff to find 5 minutes of information. But these are all pretty basic. I've done this stuff over and over and over again on stream. Same things. Different variations, but it's all the same shit. So I think I'll do the fiberglass off cam, and I'll be back. So we'll see you later. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.